What's going on, guys? My name is Christopher and welcome to It's Complicated, the show where I talk about and showcase wristwatches. So if you love wristwatches like I do, you're going to want to hit that subscribe button and then click on the little bell next to that subscribe button and you're all set. Today, I'm going to be showcasing my favorite watch of my collection, and that is the Rolex Submariner Date, reference number 16610T, made in 2008. Here we go. All right, so today we are showcasing my Rolex Submariner Date, reference number 16610T. This is really my favorite watch in my collection. I do like to wear the date just a little more in the summer months, but in winter, it's got to be the Rolex Submariner Date. Now, I do have box and papers for this piece, but the box is in a closet and the papers are in a safety deposit box. These watches with box and papers sell for about $8,500, which is over $2,000 more than I paid for this timepiece. The market is just so insane right now, and it's crazy to think that just 2.5 years ago, this watch was only worth a little over $6,000. Now, part of the reason I chose this one over a newer model back in 2017 is because this watch is really the best of both worlds. It has these thinner case endings here, which I really appreciate. It also has a no-holes case. It has solid end links. It also has that laser engraved Rolex logo that I did get a picture of with my loupe, and I'll show you that here. It has the engraving on the Rehaut in there that you can see, which is nice. So really, as far as like getting a 16610, you want to get an earlier one when they were still using tritium, or you want to get one of these. Now, these were only made for about 3 years. Compare that to how many years they've made the 16610. So this is a very collectible timepiece. And, you know, I got a little lucky certainly buying it and having it gone up so much in value. I'm not going to deny that a little luck was involved there because I didn't know the market was going to be as insane as it is now. Now, this is a 40 millimeter case size. The movement is a Rolex 3135 movement. And as far as timekeeping goes, this watch keeps excellent time. The last time I put it on the time grapher machine, it was only losing 1 second a day. The water resistance on this Rolex Submariner Date is 1,000 feet or 300 meters. The case, bracelet, etc. is all in Rolex 904L stainless steel. The bezel does turn, and this watch does feature an aluminum insert, which unlike the ceramic one, can be scratched. The crystal is made of sapphire, and the only thing that can scratch a sapphire is diamond, so this crystal looks phenomenal. The crown does have that Rolex logo there, and it does have those 3 dots indicating that this watch is made of stainless steel. The case back is very typical Rolex, nothing really special there. Let's talk about the dial and the hands. This does have the smaller indices, so really the Kermit, now that I'm thinking about it, is the most modern version of the 16610 because it has the larger indices. But the dial is all black, and it does have the typical Rolex under the 12 o'clock triangle there. And of course, it has the name of the watch and then the water resistance written below. As you can see, it says Submariner 1,000 feet equals 300 meters, etc. This watch's movement does feature a date function. And if you watch my channel, you know that's a really big thing for me to have. I've always looked at my watch for the date for many, many years. So that's why I chose the Rolex Submariner Date over the Rolex Submariner. The lume on these indices on this timepiece is the Rolex Super Luminova. As you can see here, the color of that is green, unlike the newer blue on more modern Rolexes. Bracelet is typical Rolex Oyster bracelet, all in 904L stainless steel. The clasp on this feature does have that camouflaged oyster marking, so it does look a little more uniform as you wear it on your wrist. And that's another reason why I decided to go with this watch. I appreciate this clasp more than the more modern Rolex clasps on the Submariner. It does have the more older school Rolex stamped stainless steel for the clasp as well. And it also features a little extra lockdown here. Another cool thing about this bracelet is this being a dive watch, this bracelet does expand to fit over a larger wrist if you have a wetsuit on. Now the way that works is you see that little indice there, that circle. You press that button like that, and then this folds out, and boom, now it would fit over a wetsuit. And then to get it back, it's very easy. Push that in there, and it's back to normal. Very cool. Nice little feature of this Rolex Submariner Date. And there it is on my 7-inch wrist. I just love this watch. I love how it looks. I love, like I said, the thinner lugs here. And I really love that camouflage oyster clasp there. And it's definitely my favorite watch in my collection. And that pretty much wraps up the showcase. Like I said, if you are looking to buy a 16610, you're better off buying a very late model one, which is highly collectible, or a very early model one, which is also highly collectible. So let me know what you think of this watch. Let me know if you have a Submariner Date. Do you prefer the ceramic Submariners, the ones that have been being made for the last 9 years, or do you prefer the 5-digit Submariners? I see a lot of people kind of arguing about that on forums, etc. And that wraps up another episode of It's Complicated. Don't forget to like this video, share this fantastic timepiece with all of your friends, and I'll see you next time on another episode of It's Complicated.